My name's Trace Balla. I live in Dja Dja Wurrung country in central Victoria, and I make graphic novels really about connecting with country and community. They're kind of cartoony stories, but there's a lot more detail, like nature detail, than in a normal cartoon. So there'll be like specific bird species or specific plants from that place, and I often put little labels on or little sound effects about the different birds. I call myself a story catcher. There's just stories everywhere. There's so many stories from nature, and if you've got your ear kind of switched on, you're going to be loaded up all the time. I'm an early bird, so I like going everywhere really early. And I've got a few favourite morning spots. This is one of them. So I ride along the creek and then I sit down by this waterhole for my brekkie. I love like the dew dropping off the high branches up there and creating the ripples in the water. It's such a good way to start the day and connect myself to where I am before I go and sit indoors on a computer or at a desk. When I draw things, I notice things and I start to understand them more. And I write down the sounds as well. So I might take note of the birds, the weather, the light always changing. If you take a photo or walk past, you're not going to notice nearly as much. Every single kid should have a magnifying glass. It's how you work things out. Like, I'm not a scientist, but if I just keep looking at things and start to understand them, it most definitely connects me to where I am by taking the time to stop and sketch. And it doesn't matter if it looks great or whatever. It's nothing to do with that. It's more about, there's nothing between me and my sketch. Everything else just drops away and I become more with that place. It's a very mindful thing, actually. Yeah. Oh, my lovely tree. Then I go and say hi to my grandma tree over there. I really like that she's been here longer than all of us. She features in my book, actually. So the main character, when she arrives at her new home, she goes out in the morning and greets her beautiful new friend, the yellow box. I had to put her in. She's so special. Good morning, tree. Aren't you a beauty? I hope you don't mind if I climb you. I've lost my bearings because we got here in the dark. Landing with Wings is the story of a girl and her mother, and they move to this area. And at first they're strangers there, and then they gradually connect with the community and with the country. This book is very much about a sense of belonging and connection. I wonder who used to live here. It would have been a gold digger. Yeah, there used to be thousands of people digging for gold around here. I thought it was called the goldfields because of all the yellow plants everywhere. I way prefer your reason. This area's known as the goldfields, and for me that was really hard to call it that, considering all the damage that had been done from the gold rush. There's so many beautiful golden plants and birds that I found another way to feel good about calling it the goldfields. I really like the yellow navel fungi. They've got this cute little dip in them, like a belly button, and they're tiny. They're so little. You have to be careful where you step. And I've been getting to know wattles. I used to think there was only one kind of wattle, But now I've been watching throughout the year, there's so many different ones, and when I draw them, I learn what they are. Golly, you get a great view of Mount Alexander up here. Alexander? That's a strange name for a mountain. Well, my ancestors have called it Lianganuk for thousands of years. Do they come from here? Yep, we're Dja Dja Wurrung around here. That knowledge probably goes a very long way back. Yep, way, way back. Forever, we reckon. The main people that read my books are primary school kids. And when I was at primary school, I didn't even know there were Aboriginal people living in Victoria. So things have really changed, and it's great to be part of that eye-opening and ear-opening experience of the kids. It's really important to acknowledge where we are in this country and to respect what we do know. Like if we know the name of a place, to use that name and to just keep learning from the people of that area. It's like we're putting down roots that go way, way back in time and into the future too, forever really. Looking out across the plains, I realise that I'm part of the country now, and it's a part of me.